Okay, welcome back to Panzer, and we're to turn 15 with the North Africa scenario 75, second Alamein. So where we left off is we were advancing through the desert. We'd broken through the minefields back here, and now we're pushing through the desert. Now the Germans have mounted a panzer attack over here to the north, trying to hit our flank. We have deployed Deacon anti-tank trucks to try to stop them, as well as we have the Shermans coming up here to stop them as well. We also discovered an AT gun, which we knocked out over here, and an infantry guarding that AT gun over here as well. And we're about to engage them. Our main force is trying to make it to the track and the road so that they can try to race down here, but we do have a lot of potential targets over here for the Commonwealth to overcome before they can get off the board. So let's get to it and see how it goes. So first off here, we're going to start off with turn 15, spotting phase, and we do a couple of ranges here. Checking for spots, and all visible Germans are spotted, and the Commonwealth are all spotted. So we're just kind of going from there. There will be some units probably exposing themselves here in terms of 16 and 15 and maybe even 14 as we move up the road. They will be revealed, and most likely will take some shots at us, so hopefully we won't take too much damage. All right, command phase. We move on to our command phase. We've got 16 commands for the minefield group. And I believe everybody's going to be in range, so we're just going to mark these up. So a whole bunch of moves, a lot of moves on here with them, and get them straight over here. We do have one fire to go against the infantry here, because these units plus these MMG, these Bren carriers over here will take shots at these units over here, maybe even the Crusaders right here as well. So then we've got our cruiser units, those Crusaders I was just highlighting. They're going to get 5 commands, and the EEC Mark 1s are going to get individual commands. So we'll set them up here, and we're going to do all moves with them. So I did do moves over here as well. Everybody's moving with them. AT Company, they're going to get 8 commands, and this is the group that's going to engage the panzers up here. Now, last turn, if you remember, we lost one of the deacons to tank fire over here. The other one is suppressed, so he's going to try to get his suppression taken care of off of here. That's why he's got no command. And other ones are going to get moves and fire markers for the Bren carriers I was just mentioning there as well. And then moves for the rest of them. Okay, now the battalion HQ. They'll get individual commands. And then the last thing here is going to be our other medium cruiser squadron, our Sherman 3s. And they're going to get fires and moves as well. And now that brings us to the initiative phase. So what we're going to do is we've got some firing, trying to take out these tanks that are up there, take out this infantry unit down there, and everybody else is moving. So let's see if we go first or second. Roll a 90. So Commonwealth player is going to be the first player. So they are off and rolling. That's good. We'll be able to take some shots at them and try to destroy those tanks. Those are my biggest targets right now. So first off, we're going to go after the infantry unit with the Bren carriers and the infantry unit over here, all going after this guy. He's going to do a command check to see what he's doing. Rolls a 27. He's got a fire command. So Bren carrier 34 over here is going to take a shot at him. Now the 34 is right in here in that stack. And he's pretty much at point blank range, which gives him a 3 firepower. He's veteran, medium terrain cover, full cover. So it's an 8 defense, soft target. So it's going to be 8 to 3. So the only thing they can do is suppress greater than 74. Roll 89. So they suppressed him right away. So that takes away the suppression option, or actually puts a suppression option on them, and that'll be it, because everybody else firing is not going to be able to hit them. Other units will not have any fire, as I just said right there. So then we move on, we get our spot markers adjusted, and now we're going to take a look at our Shermans over here. They're going to open up against the disabled Panzer 3J that's got a track hit. They're going to roll. They change to fire because they can't move, so it's going to be a fire command. So they're going to get a fire, and now first Sherman 521 is going to take a shot at them. It's a long range, it's a veteran, so it's going to be 36 or greater to hit. 73, that's a miss. Next one, same pretty much probability, 36 or greater. Rolls a 7, that's a hit. That's actually good. Yeah, we're just checking here to see it's a front target hit, so it's going to be a front location roll. Rolls a 6, which is going to be front hull. So the penetration is 13 from the 75 on the Sherman 3. Hull armor is 10. That means initially it's going to penetrate, but we got a variable penetration rolls. First one's, ooh, it's a 1, so that's subtract 2, and then a 2, subtract another 2. So winds up being a final penetration of 9 against armor of 10. So that's going to be a ricochet miss off of there. Okay, but we still got one more tank. Third tank's taking a shot, 36 or less, rolls a 93, that's a miss. So we did get a chance, but we didn't get him. So it's going to be up to the deacons now to potentially take them out. So just checking here for the deacons, their range is 13. So both deacons over here, the 411, 412, right there, they're going to take a shot at 203. Now that's the unit behind him, the Panzer 3J Lang, the long barrel. So they're going to get command check, rolls 92. They're going to be in pulled down position, so that's going to be a little bit tougher for us to hit them. So the first one, 411, taking a shot at him, needs a 36 or less to hit, rolls an 85, so that sails over its head. Second one is going to be 412, pretty much the same thing. Rolls a 19, that's going to be a hit. But now the bigger problem is that location is going to be front location, but any type of hull hit is going to be a miss. So they roll a 0, which is a track hit. But the track hit misses because they're hull down. So that's a miss as well. Okay. So that takes care of the deacons and takes care of all of our firing off of there. So now, return fire. The Germans get a chance to shoot back. So that disabled Panzer 3J is going to take a shot at one of our lead Shermans over here. It's extreme range. It's a veteran moving to hit. It's going to be 11 or greater. Tough, 11 or less, excuse me. Rolls a 74, that's going to be a miss. So low odd shot, but had to take it at them. Let's see if we could get a hit. Missed. All right, now the long barrel is going to fire at one of the deacons over here. It's going to fire at 412, that deacon. So he needs, it's a long range. He's a veteran. It's defensive fire because he's actually no command. I'm using the optional defensive fire, which allows them to fire back if fired upon. So they're going to have a 2 hit of 30 or less. Rolls a 3. Ooh, that's a hit. Ouch. Front hull location rolls a 0. That's a track hit. All right. So they're knocked out. Their wheels, they don't have tracks, but they have regular tire wheels. Front tires are hit and blown off, so they're disabled. Now they do get a bailout check. Rolls a 78. They're okay. All right, so that was interesting. Now the rifle 201 is going to take a shot back at the White Scout Car 112 over here in the scrub. So it's going to be point blank, veteran, suppressed, light cover. So it's going to be 52 or greater to get a suppression, 84 or greater for a kill. They roll a 62, which is going to be a suppress. Okay. So they suppressed our White Scout car over here. All right. Now, oh yeah, we also have to resolve the fire against the infantry unit that's loaded on there. So that's going to be kind of the same thing, a little bit more, suppression 47 or greater. effective 80 or greater. They roll a 30, so they actually miss over there. So the squad's actually in good shape. Okay, so now we're going to look at number 16. They are in range to get a command, so we're going to do a command check on them. We roll a 32. It's going to be a fire command. And they're going to take a shot at that lead Crusader coming down the road. And it's going to be number 16 fire as a Panzer 3J, Crusader 112, or 212 right there. He's a veteran, he's a medium range veteran, moving, and -1 on the side. So it's 45 or less. Rolls at 80. That's a miss. All right, but that's going to cause him to be spotted, and they're going to go for an activation roll. Rolls an 88 -5. That is not enough, and it's a fake counter. So that's good. You don't have to fight that hex. All right, those guys over there, 15 is going to do a command check. Rolls a 97. It's going to be changed to an Overwatch over there. So they're going to be watching us and try to knock us out as we roll up the road. Number 12 is too far away. And number 14 is within range, so they're going to get a command check, and it was a move, but we're going to change that to an OW because we got tanks moving and we got good positions. All right, 5 and 6 have no line of sight, but we'll be checking when moving. So in other words, these guys can't fire at anybody, so they're not going to do a command check at this phase. We'll wait for the movement to get them going over there. Okay. And we're right onto the move phase. So here's the German move. We're going to do command check on 5. Rolls a 23. That changes to an OW. Command check on number 6. That's going to be a move. I'm changing that to a move just to make this a little bit more actually, both of them to move. Make this a little bit more interesting. Having them sit there on the hill while tanks roll by doesn't seem a little realistic. So we're going to change those to move. We'll check number 7, which is this full cover guy over here. And he rolls an 86, but we're going to change him to a move as well. Get this counterattack going. And first off is number 6 moving down. He moved 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll get number 7 moving. And he's going to go towards the nearest VP, which is going to be Commonwealth unit. So he's got to do a bog check here first. And he blocks, so he's not moving. And then we're going to go on to number 7, do a bog check, and he's okay, so he's going to move out. Oh, that was number 5. Number 7 was the one that was bogged down, excuse me. So number 5 moves out, and then he moves into spotting range because he's moved to the brim of the hill. And everybody can now see him over here, and we're going to roll an activation phase. So this 46, 46. I'm going to override it to real just to make this, again, a little bit more interesting. So check for number of units. It's 2 units. First type, 69, is a Panzer 4 Mark 4 F2. Ooh, that's a long barrel 75. They're pretty dangerous. So he's going to go right in the hex. Second unit, 26. That's going to be a Panzer 3J Alamein, that's the long barrel 50. So they're going to go in position 3. And there we have it. So we got some more tanks moving up. Tank counterattack on us. Coming on to our right flank. So we're going to have to do something about that here this next turn. So that's all for the Germans move. We've got the Commonwealth move. And now we're going to get guys moving over here, I believe. Yeah, we're moving these guys up, and they're going to try to go after this new batch that have of German tanks that have made their appearance. And we've got our command vehicles moving up, and that takes care of them. So that puts us in good position here. They can support fire on these guys, and these guys don't really have an angle for them quite yet, but if they move up, they'll have an angle for them. Okay, next we've got our Oh yeah, the Bren carriers. Those are mounted with ATRs. So we're going to try to move those up into an ambush position right up here. They're kind of blocked, so they can't be seen, but once those tanks move over here, we can take pot shots at them. May just get a good hit, given their armor, or the thinness of their armor versus the ATR up close. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, now we'll get our infantry moving up. So he's going to move up, and they're going, whoops, what am I doing here? There we go. We're going to actually hold them off, move them back, and see what they're going to do. Let's see here. Next we've got there we go. Alright, so next we've got the guys moving up the road. And they're going to start moving up here slowly. We'll see how they get attacked. If they do, getting in range, getting closer, waiting for that 50% shot or a better shot. So now we come up and number 15 is going to fire. That's this guy over here at the Crusader moving up, and it's a medium range veteran, Overwatch moving size, so it's a 40 or less to hit. Rolls a 4, that is a hit. Front side location rolls a 6, which is a hull front, so the penetration is 12, armor is 13, so we will get a variable penetration roll. First roll is a 4, second roll is a 2, final penetration is a 9. So that's going to be a ricochet and a miss. So that was good. Now that pretty much automatically spots them. Rolling for activation. Rolls an 84 minus 5 is 79. So they are a fake one. Continuing to move up the road. Pushing its luck. Gets to here, and number 14 takes a shot. Same type of shots with the Panzer 3J Lang. At 212, Crusader, short range, veteran, Overwatch, moving, size 56 or less. Rolls a 3, that's a hit. Front side location, it's a 7. Hull front, penetration is 14, and the armor is 11. That means there's a difference of 3. There's going to be no variable penetration because the max is 3, and we can't counteract that. So it is a hit. And a damage roll is a 6, which is going to be a knockout. So we've just, Germans just knocked out another tank. We've kind of pushed our luck on that, but at least we're discovering the units there. Number 14, to check if he's real or not, he rolls a 76, minus 5 is 71, so that's going to be fake as well. That's good. But now who actually knocked us out and who's shooting at us over here from 12 or 13? We'll have to wait and see. So next one moving up, and he comes over here just checking for range, and number 12 is going to do a command check, rolls a 36, it's going to be Overwatch, and number 13 is going to do a command check. That's a 5, which is going to be, which I turn into Overwatch because he's in a nice deflated terrain location. And they'll take a shot at the Crusader that just moved up. Medium range, veteran, moving, OW size, so it's a 40 or less. 13, that's a hit, front side location. Rolls a 1, which is a turret front, which is going to be 12 penetration, 12 armor. Will definitely be variable penetration roll is a 2 and a 3. So that's going to ultimately be 9 to 12, and that ricochets off. Alright, but we're going to check to see what number 13 is. It's rolls a 60, minus 5 is 55, it's fake. So we got rid of those. So all of these up front here have not been anything to contend with, although we are getting hit by something. Maybe it was 12, maybe it was 11 or something like that, but something did knock out one of our tanks. But we should be able to continue to move up the rest of our units a little bit easier. So we're just going to move them and stack them up on the road. Nice juicy targets, but the concentration of German firepower is not that great. So, okay, continuing on here, we've got more tanks moving up. Or actually, they don't move up. They're going to stay over there to provide firepower on those guys moving over there as well. Same other Crusader of that platoon is moving up, so we've got our full platoon back together over there, and they can potentially attack those. We've got our Portees moving up, and we've got some more of the Portees. We've got a lot of just kind of rear movement going along here to get units moved up. Just kind of go through those pretty quick. And we got some of our HQ battalion, and then some of our minefield group. Those are our Scorpions down there moving up. And they are going into there. They're going into there. We got some of our battalion stuff moving up. And that's it. So that's where we are with all of our movement. You can see we're making progress up the road. We did take a hit on here. We've got some threats over here we're going to have to deal with the next turn, but generally we're moving along. Adjust phase, there's no pivoting, there's no guns on the board, so there's no pivoting. Turret adjust, I think we do a little bit of a turret adjust here. Yep, we got a few adjustments coming out here for these tanks to adjust their turrets for the next turn shooting. And just moving some off. Okay, there we go. So full cover adjust. I don't think I have anybody going to full cover. Oh, one thing I did forget was this guy over here who is going to do a close assault. So I did kind of bring this back and doing a close assault on this guy here. So the white scout car moved up here with 3 points and then unloaded for another 3 points, 4 points, and then the infantry is going to close assault over here. So it's going to be hand-to-hand, 113 versus 201. Rifle, 113 rifle is going to get a plus 10 for being a veteran. Rolling 98 plus 10 is 108. The 112 rifle is going to get plus 10 for being veteran, but minus 20 for being suppressed, so it's a net of minus 20 or 10. They're rolling 82, gets them back to 72, which means they take a loss of a half a squad. Flip them over and let's do it one more time. So our squad 83 plus 10 is 93 for being the veteran, of course. And then the half squad, this is going to be tough here because it's going to be minus 25 plus 10 minus 25, so it's going to be minus 35 and 70, which puts him down to 35, and he's eliminated. So we got them, and they'll move into that hex. All right, so back to the adjustment phase, the suppression adjust, which is only the one on ours, and then the Deacon up here, it was suppressed, is going to try to get itself back together again. They roll a 58, they're in good shape. So that takes care of suppression. There's no morale adjustment. We do our counter adjust. And there we have it. So that ends the turn 15. And that's where we're at. So kind of a little back and forth. We lost one unit. We discovered some more units. So let's see what happens with turn 16. We got a lot going on here with a couple of sets of tanks that are attacking, and then more discovery of units over here along the road. So we'll see you on the next one. And now we're on to turn 16. So here we are with Panzer, and where we left off was with us advancing up the road. We discovered the more Panzer units coming alive here from the hill, counterattacking us from the side. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we take them out or they take us out as we go along. So turn 16. So spotting phase. A couple of checks over here. They're still not in range because they didn't do anything, so we can't see them. And Looking around here, we do see probably get some more turned over or revealed next turn. So again, all Commonwealth is spotted and all visible German units, that would be the tanks up here and up here, are spotted. Units 4, 6, 7, those are the 3 guys on the hill, plus 12 will get commands appropriately during the fire phase or the move phase. So, command phase. So, minefield group. Well, we lost 1 tank, so we're going to lose a command. So, we've only got 13 commands this turn. And we're going to give him a fire and moves. Now, all of these are within range. I think our command truck is over here. So, everybody's going to get moves. Moves for the most part, I think. Yep, for the minefield group, that is. Now remember, the minefield group is our infantry and the Scorpion tanks and engineers and everything that breach the minefield. Now we go to the cruiser squadron. That's going to be our Crusaders. These guys up here and these guys back here, as well as the command units right here. They're going to get 5 commands. So we're going to do Overwatch, move. And the AEC Mark 1s get individual commands as usual. Okay, and they're going to get fire commands up here because they're going to go after these guys over here. And then we've got our minefield group. That's going to be our deacons and our porties and all that kind of fun stuff. We're going to give fires up here so they can go after these guys there. And then we got some more fires. No, excuse me. Got some more moves down here for the portees and the ATRs, the Bren carriers with machine guns, and the Bren carriers with the ATRs up here. They'll get move commands as well. And we've got fire commands and some more move commands. So now we get onto the HQ. That's going to be these guys here. I believe it's the other guys right here. Yeah, right there. They all have individual commands, so they're going to get just a couple commands there. And then the medium cruiser squadron, that's our Shermans right here, the ones that don't have any counters. They're going to get some fire commands and some move commands. Again, we're going to try to knock out these guys before they can do damage because they're sitting right in front of our Bren carriers, and they could do some heavy damage on them if we're not too careful. Okay, so initiative greater than 50. We roll 85. Hey, CW player is the first, so we're going to get the first shots. So that's going to help a little bit in terms of trying to take out these tanks. So let's see what happens. Fire phase, straight into the Commonwealth firing, direct fire. And we are going to start with the Crusaders down here. Looks like taking a shot at the Panzer 3J line. That's going to be 2 of them. These guys in this hex, taking a shot at them. They're within 10, but we're going to do command check first. 44th, they're going to get fire command. Okay. And so now they're going to shoot Crusader 222, fires AP at 204, long range veteran to hit is going to be 36 or less, not greater. Why am I rating greater? Roll at 28, that's a hit. That's going to be a front location roll. 7 is a hull, so hull front. So 13 to 10. Now we're going to do a variable penetration roll. Rolls a 9 and an 8, so that's going to be a plus 3, yeah, 4. So it's going to be 17 to 10, so we hit it. Damage roll is a 4. They get a hull damage. Check for bailout. No bailout. So they're still in the game, but we've got the second one shooting at it, which is going to be the 221. Oh no, 223. I think fired first here. 222. This is going to be 223. So 223 is going to fire. Oh, they get a hit too. That's probably going to do him in. Front location. It's going to be a hull hit again. Same thing as before, 13 against 10 armor. Variable penetration roll is a 4 and a 4, so that's going to stay at 13 to 10. We'll go to a damage roll. 6 KO'd. All right, we got one of them. All right, we'll take that. We'll take that. So now 221 is going to try to go after the Panzer IV F2. It's going to be a tricky one here, but let's see what we can do. Does a command check, is 34. He's going to get a fire command. So the Crusader shot over here, it's this guy right here. His shot is going to be AP at the Panzer IV F2. Long range, veteran to hit. 36 or less rolls. Ooh, man, that's 3 hits right in a row. 11, that's a hit. Front location rolls a 0. Oh, it's a track hit. So it's a track hit with a bailout, less than 30. They don't bail out. All right, so we've immobilized him. That's good. We could potentially knock him out the next turn, but he's going to get a chance at one of our guys down here, which is not good. All right, so next we're going to try to take the shot over here, but now I'm looking at this, at him. He's going to be blocked right there, so he's not going to get a shot at them at all. Oh well. So now we're going to try to get the rifle and the 2-inch mortar to pop some smoke over in this general area, or is it the 32Z1, which is this guy right here. I'm going to try to put some smoke into there. Try to block their line of sight a little bit. 7. Oh, that's a failure. That is failed. Needed a 6 or less. Okay. That's not good. Oh well. So now we're going to go over to the other side to our little shootout going on here between our Deacons and now the Shermans against the Panzer IV and the Panzer IIIs and Panzer IIIs. Yeah, just Panzer IIIs over here. So the Shermans down here are going to try to go after the Panzer IIIJ short barrel. Command check on him. He's going to have a fire command. So it's a range of 13. The Shermans are going to fire at long range. Yeah. So, but they're a veteran, so it's going to be 36 or less. Roll a 91, that's a miss. Second one, same thing. 23, that's a hit. It's a hit on the front, so we're going to do a front location roll. It's a turret hit. So penetration is going to be 13. The turret armor is 12, so we're going to do our variable penetration roll. That's an 8, that's good. And 7, that's also good, so it winds up being 15 to 12. And we'll go for a damage roll. Rolls a 3. Turret damage. We're going to roll a bailout here. 58, no bailout. Alright, so they've got track damage and they've got a turret hit. Pretty much the next one's going to take them out. I don't see how anything else can not take them out. So going over here, the third one, the 523 Sherman's taking a shot, 36 or less. 13, another hit. Wow, lots of hits here. This is good. Front location roll, it's a 1. Turret hit again. That's pretty much going to do them in with it. Variable penetration rolls 7 and 6. That's good. So it's 14 to 12. Damage roll rolls a 3. That's a second turret damage, which means that's a KO. So we finally knocked him out. Took him 3 direct hits to blast him out, but one of them was a track hit, so that's fine. Okay, so we're whittling them down, which is good, so they don't attack us too much. And now we go to next one is going to be, where are we here? Back over here. Yeah. Now it's going to be our Deacons here. We've got one Deacon was destroyed. One is with a track hit, and the other one recovered from his suppression. So the one that recovered from suppression, that's 413. We're going to take a shot at the Panzer IIIJ Lang. And he rolls a Oh, he's got to do command check. Sorry, command check. He's got a fire command. Okay, so first one, 411 is going to take a shot at them. Long range, veteran. It is hull down, but that won't affect us until we do a location roll. Rolls a 40, that's a miss. 412, same thing. 11, ooh, another hit. Location roll is a 3, that's a turret front. Kind of the same thing as we saw before on the Panzer 3J. Variable penetration rolls, 5, that's nothing. 3, that's going to make it a -1, so it's 12 to 12, so that still penetrates. Damage roll, 10. Ooh, it hits a track, but he's hull down. Huh. No, excuse me, he rolls a 10. He's a BU. Huh. Sorry, I was thinking that was a location hit. So he's brewed up. He's gone. He's out of there. So they hit the ammo rack on that one, it looks like. And he's going to be a brew up. Alright, so that eliminated that attack. And there we have it from there. So now German direct fire. Now it looks a little bleak for the Germans because they lost the 2 tanks to the north and 1 tank in the south. There's just 1 left to fire. That's the Panzer IV. He's pretty dangerous, so let's see what he does. His fire activation roll is the most dangerous unit. So he's going to go after the guy who shot at him, which was the Crusader 3. And he's got the range. It's going to be medium range, veteran, size, so it's going to be 55 or less. Oh, rolls a 96. That's a miss. That is a big miss. So we go on to the move phase. Oh, yep, sorry, backing up here because I forgot to check number 12 down here and number 4 up here because they do have the capabilities of getting commands. So number 4 command check, 77, it's a fire command. And he can fire at the Bren carriers. And he's actually, you could fire at the Bren carriers, no he couldn't because of sighting, sorry. Because the line of sight was off over here. But he can fire at this white scout car down here. Pretty clear, so he's going to take a shot at them. That's going to be long range, veteran, size. So it's going to be 33 or less. Now he's firing as a Panzer 3J Lang. So let's see what he gets. Rolls a 17, that's a hit. It's a front side location. Rolls a 0, which is a track hit. So it's a track hit and check for bailout for the crew, 30 or less. He's okay. For the passengers, 50 or less. And we'll roll 100. They're staying put. So so they hit him on the track and knock him out. Now let's see what he is. He's fake. Rolls an 80. -5 is 75. So he didn't do anything. So number 12 down here, we're going to do a command check for. Rolls a 27. That's going to be a fire. It's going to take a shot at our lead Crusader that's moving up there. And he is at a range of 10. So that's going to be medium range. He's a veteran and size, so 55 or less. Ooh, rolls a 9. That's another hit. Front side location. Rolls a 2. Is a turret front. Penetration is 10. Armor is 14, which is an automatic miss because the variable penetration would only do a ± of 3 on there. So that is good. Number 12, spot activated, is spotted in the activation roll. Rolls a 91. He's fake as well. Alright, so we lucked out of that one. Okay, so now we go to the moves. And now we're going to the German moves. We're going to check commands on 6, 7. I think those are the only ones that will have potential move commands. 6 rolls a 36. That's going to be an OW. 7 is going to roll a 60, which is also an OW. Okay, so now it's Commonwealth moves. So let's see how we do here. So first off, we're going to move up that one AEC-1 to try to do some scouting for us. And see, let me move the map up here because I notice you're off the map. He was looking at number 3 up here within range. Number 3 is going to do a command check now. He rolls a 39. He's going to have Overwatch. And he's going to hold his fire here until he gets a little bit farther up the road. And now he moves up the road 3 more hexes, and now they're going to pull the trigger. So he's going to fire at the AEC-1 medium range veteran moving. It's OW as well, so it's going to be 45 or less to hit. Rolls a 42, that's a hit. Front side location is a 1, that's a turret front. So penetration is going to be 12. Armor is 15, surprisingly. So we are going to have a variable penetration. Rolls an 8. That's going to add 2, and then a 5 is nothing. So it's going to be 13, or excuse me, adds 1, 13 to 15. That's a miss. Now we'll check for the activation. 52 minus 5 is going to be 47, so he's fake as well. Alright, so we're going to move up a little bit further. See what we can see. Number 11 is going to get a command. And they get a 39, which is going to be Overwatch. And now, where's that? Number 1, spotted activation. Hold on, where's number 1? I thought, oh, number 1's over here, right here, behind this deflated. Now he's in the open, so we can actually check for him right now. So it's activation rolls, 87, he's fake as well. Alright, good. And where are we moving on to next? Alright, now we've got some more infantry moving up in white scout cars. That's this guy right here. It's one of our minefield group. And some more crusaders right behind them. Oh, that's command crusaders too. Okay, that's a little, my book, a little dangerous. The AEC-1 is going to move up onto the track and the road. Portee is going to move up the road here as well. And we're going to get some more white scout cars and Bren carriers, Portees, and other sort of trucks, engineers, Bren carriers, engineers, mortars, machine guns, etc. The Scorpions are moving up too. They're going to be pulling up the rear, I'm afraid, because they're slow, as well as the battalion Shermans, and some more moving up, and you can see it's just kind of a big convoy that we've got going here. Now we've got the medium cruisers with the Shermans moving up, as well as getting the ATRs, the Bren carriers with ATRs back into line over here. So our big thing here is getting them back in line. We've got our other units moving up. I'd love to have the Shermans moving up, but they're so slow cross country that's it's tough. So we'll have to lead with, the AEC-1s, the first cruiser company, with Crusaders and AEC-1s to do the attacking. We've got them lined up here, so we're in good position with it. And you can see with the Germans, we've only got a couple left. So we may break through and make this an easy win. All depends on what 10 and 11 look like. We do have some more that potentially can counterattack, the 6, 7, and 2, but we'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, moving on to the adjustment phase, no pivots. There may be some turrets that we adjust over here. I think I added some. Yeah, I added him because I want to have him kind of go after this guy right here because he's closest, and the same with this guy. He's going to line up his turret. He's going to adjust his turret over there as well. Now we got suppression adjustment, which is the only one we've got is our guy over here who's tracked. And 112 gets a 50 or less, and he's successful. So he's in good shape. Alright. There's no morale. There's counter adjust is just cleaning up everything. And then if I zoom out here a little bit, we can see what our battlefield looks like here as we close out the log file. So you can see our main body here is definitely halfway across the board now, halfway to 2/3 across the board. We've got to try to get these Shermans down here, as well as kind of hold off any counterattacks from the hills for these last units that are hidden, as well as overcome these last 2 units down here on the western side that's blocking our path, or potentially blocking our path to get off on the road. So there we have it, end of turn 17. So hopefully you're enjoying these. These couple were a little bit longer, a lot more action going on here, but that's the fun part of it. You get the action happening with everything. So please, if you like it, please hit that like button and subscribe and comment. Love to hear your comments. Love to hear your thoughts on this. We may be coming to an end pretty quickly on this one. Hope you're enjoying this, but we'll see. There'll be a couple more turns at least coming around here soon. So we'll see you in a bit.